Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to learn more about optimizing your Instagram hashtag strategy, then keep on watching. All right, guys, so let's dive right in. So today I want to talk about optimizing your Instagram hashtag strategy for the algorithm, right? So Instagram is always changing. You really want to be on the forefront of it, particularly now that it's 2020. We really want to constantly be researching and constantly be refining our strategies. This is what I suggest you do in terms of your Instagram hashtag strategy right now. So, are you the type of person who plans out your feed, or are you the type of person who doesn't? Are you on your feed more, or are you on stories more? We're going to talk about those two things in just a moment, but I really want to kind of get a gauge of where you're at the most. Now, I think it's important that you're on your stories and you're also posting in your feed. We're going to focus in this training for the most part on hashtag strategy for your feed. Now, when you post something, what I always do is I always plan it out. You can use a free tool like Later. I believe Later is still free. Preview. I use Planoly personally. That one's free. And what I do is I plan out my grid and then I plan out my hashtags in advance. Now, the most important thing to do when you're looking at your hashtags is to never just wing it and throw on a random hashtag thinking that that's going to work well for you. That's not a strategy. You plan to fail or you fail to plan, right? So this is what I do for mine. When I plan out a post, I go ahead and think about hashtags that would be relevant to my target audience, as it were. So the people I'm hoping to reach on my Instagram page, right? And so my Instagram page is focused on helping entrepreneurs and small business owners, particularly those who are introverts. So that's going to be the type of hashtags that I'm looking to target. I'm not just going to stay in the introvert sphere though. I'm going to look outside into other business hashtags as well. And I see a lot of amazing female entrepreneurs that I want to work with. So those are the type of hashtags that I'm going to be looking at as well. So here's the thing. When you're planning out your hashtag strategy, you want to have a mix of different hashtags that you use. So you don't want to just use a really kind of nondescript generic hashtag like hashtag love or hashtag Monday or something like that. You can try that strategy, but this is what's probably going to happen. If you use a hashtag like that, there are so many posts that are being posted to the site all the time that chances are good that your post is going to get lost in the sea of posts that are coming out constantly. So what you want to do instead is research your hashtags. So what you want to do is to have a targeted hashtag strategy, you're going to want to use a mix of different ones, right? As I just said. So you're going to want to use the super popular hashtag. I'm going to say ones that have over 1 million hits. How are you going to know it has over 1 million hits? You can search within the search bar on the top of your Instagram page, or you can use an analytics tool. There's a lot of free ones online that you can use. Seek Metrics is one that I sometimes use to see how many hits a hashtag has, so how many people are using it in general. And also it's going to compare and contrast other hashtags and show me their popularity as well. Okay. So you're going to want to use a more popular hashtag that's got over 1 million hits, and then you're going to want to use a few of those, and then you're going to want to use a few other hashtags that are going to be more medium popularity. So I would say maybe over 300,000 hits. And then you're going to want to use some more niche down specific hashtags that are very, very targeted to the people that you are looking to reach with your post. So that would be more specific hashtags, like I would say there are some introvert hashtags that I use that not a lot of people use. Like intropreneur, that's one that I use that I believe is on the more niche downside. So you want to have a different mix. High volume, medium volume, low volume on every single post that you do. And another thing is you want to keep in mind not to use the same hashtags over and over and over. It can be really tempting to do it, particularly if you have a lot of the same types of post, but see if you can vary it up. What you can start to do is to collect different banks of hashtags. You can keep them in a spreadsheet, or if you use something like Planoly, like I do, they have within the app itself that I use, they have stored banks of hashtags that you can use, and then you can cycle between all of those. Now, Don't just get lazy and cycle between them like every post, every other post or whatever. What I want you to do is still research and make sure that you're using targeted hashtags. Even if I pull from a hashtag bank that I'm using, I'm not just going to copy and paste everything. I'm still going to research before I schedule the post to see, are all of these hashtags still relevant to me? Is this still the target audience that I want to reach, right? So when you're researching each and every hashtag, go into the hashtag itself and look at all the photos that are being posted. Is this the type of hashtag you want to be under? Do you think that people looking at this hashtag are going to be the type of people you want to reach? Keep that in mind each and every single time that you are planning your posts on Instagram. That's going to be super helpful for you in reaching your target audience or whoever you're wanting to reach. So keep that in mind when you are thinking about your posting strategy. Now, part 2 I'm going to talk about here is going to be engagement for your hashtag strategy. Now, it's not enough to throw on a hashtag, put your post out there, and hope that it resonates with people and that they find you. Hopefully people will find you, but that's only a small part of the puzzle on Instagram. Now, how can you expect other people to engage with your post if you're not going in and engaging with their posts as well? What I want you to do, if you're really wanting to grow your page, these are completely organic ways to grow your page, right? If you want to grow your page, definitely don't use bots or use anything like that. You don't want to look spammy to Instagram. You don't want to be shadow banned. So another thing, if you're using a tool like Seek Metrics, they're going to be able to show you if a hashtag you're using is shadow banned. Now, if you're not familiar with the term shadow banning, it's what Instagram does if you seem to be pretty spammy. They might shadow ban you, and that means your posts will only show up to you under a certain hashtag, but it won't show up to anyone else, so you won't get any reach with that hashtag. And new hashtags are being shadow banned all the time, which means if you use that hashtag, your post isn't going to show up. That's why it's really important to research each and every single hashtag to make sure that you don't look spammy to Instagram, because it's the last thing that you want. A shadow ban, it lasts different lengths of time for different types of people. I've heard it can last a couple weeks. I think it can even last longer. And so you don't want that. Try to avoid that at all costs. So moving forward with talking about your engagement strategy, this is going to be super important for you. I do engagement 6 or 7 days a week on the platform. So this is something I want you to be proactive about. Now, I want you to look into some of the hashtags that you're using, the targeted optimized hashtags that you already researched. You already know these are the types of people that you want to reach, right? So what I want you to do is set aside time. I would say at least 15 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes. I do at least 30 minutes every day. And go into 1 or 2 of these optimized hashtags, and I want you to go into a post that someone's posted under that hashtag, and I want you to go to that person's profile and like at least 2 of their posts, leave a comment on 1 of their posts. Now, I'm not talking about just leaving like a cute emoji comment. That's really lazy. What I want you to do is leave a genuine, heartfelt comment that shows that you actually read their post and that you're a human being and not a robot. So go in and do that. And then if you like their account or they seem to be an ideal client or customer for you, give them a follow, engage with them. You could even take it a step further if you want to go ahead and start a dialogue. If you see one post of theirs that really resonates with you, go ahead and shoot them a direct message. Get in those DMs, start having conversations with them, and show that you are somebody who wants to create community and really cares about doing that. If you're on Instagram just for quick money or just for the vanity metrics, then you may as well forget about it, because Instagram is about community and you really have to show that you care about being part of a community. That's super important. So keep this engagement up. I would say do it at least 3 times a week. If you're comfortable with doing it more, then I would say try to do a little bit of it every day. Even if you don't do it for 30 minutes, even if you only go into one hashtag and like 5 people's posts and comment on 5 people's posts, at least that little bit is going to get you a little bit more visible out there. You're wanting to be reaching out into different areas of the app, and that's going to help you out a lot in the long term. And then once you have these conversations going, don't just drop the ball. It's a lot It's a lot of communication, but if you want to grow on Instagram, you really have to put in the work. You can't be lazy about it. So you really have to go in and have genuine conversations with people, really care about what people are saying to you, and really have thought-provoking captions, call to actions, and really be able to be vulnerable on the platform. It's really, really going to take you a lot further. So let me know if you've tried out some of these organic growth strategies. Let me know how your Instagram is going. Drop your handle in the comments. I'd love to go check out your page. And while you're at it, if you like this video, please consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And please go follow me on Instagram if you like, and come say hi. I love to have conversations with you all. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.